Howdy. Welcome to Young Earth Day 2031. Happy Young Earth Day 2024. So say hello to Young Earth Day. Alright, 2024. Say hello to that. So, I have a special cup here. My special cup. So it's thousands, not billions. Yes, Young Earth Science. It's elemental. That's what's for breakfast. Thousands, not billions. So there we go. So be sure to go to my Young Earth blog. You can find that on my website, and of course that's just totallyyouth.us, totallyyouth.us. So we appreciate your support on that, and that'll be the blog associated with this video with bonus material and references and so forth. So you may be familiar with my good friend Clod. According to Clod, the real fly AI guy, question: what is the latest or most recent scientific evidence for a young Earth perspective? Say hello to Earth for me. Answer: there is no scientific evidence that supports the idea of a young Earth that is only a few thousand years old. This perspective, often called young Earth creationism, contradicts the overwhelming body of scientific evidence from multiple fields, including physics, chemistry, geology, cosmology, biology, and others, and they don't mention what. The scientific accepted age of the Earth is about 4.54 billion years old, based on extensive evidence from radiometric dating of rocks, cosmic bombardment rates, radioactive decay processes, and observations of the structure and composition of the Earth, Sun, other bodies in our solar system, and the universe. So that's the end of Claude's perspective. So what does he do? He goes from the Earth, and then he does a switcheroo. Don't blink, you'll miss it. Don't blink, you'll miss it. And he goes to our good friends in the solar system, and so he does the old switcheroo there. And so his logic class, he failed it. Some would say young Earth science is just so much baby talk. Goo-goo this, goo-goo that. However, I am not daunted by such opposition. I've written 2 books supporting the Young Earth from History and Science. Is a Young Earth possible? That's my more recent ones. And yes, Young Earth Science, that is the one that came out a few years ago. So we appreciate you going to my website, totallyyouth.us, and checking that out. And we appreciate your support very, 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 very much. So Clod is incorrect in claiming he would not access to the books. Clod came out in 2023, and my books were published a few years ago. OAF.ai, OAF, and Dolt.ai, DOLT, were not available for comment. Clod even fails in basic logic asked about the age of the Earth controversy, and the AI guy switched topics to the planets and the cosmos. I defend a young solar system, and this work is a young Earth possible in chapter 13. If you want to get into that, we could roll with the solar system, not a problem. And now it's time for our poetry break. There once was a planet named Earth. The Lord gave it true beauty and birth. Some may think it odd to get your dating from God, but I say, we must go young Earth. Alright, now back to our regularly scheduled program. And if you did not know where all this dating came from, it actually comes from the Hebrew chronology, and you can find that in Genesis chapter 5 and 11. Chapter 5 and 11 in Genesis, the first book in this huge thing here. So I encourage you to check it out and do your own research and add up the numbers and do your own math. Let's roll with it. So, hey Clod, are you listening? Let me break it down to your level. I'll break it down. So I have a big rock here, and you can kind of tell what it is. It is wood that turned into rock. Wouldn't you know it? And so you can kind of halfway see the rings there. The other end doesn't look so good, but sometimes I could slice that open, and maybe we could count the rings. This is one I got at the rock shop, and the rings are a little more distinct there, and so supposedly millions of years old. This one came from Indonesia. And so what we can do is we can count those rings, okay? And then A number of trees living today do have a lot of rings. Sequoias, redwoods, pines, junipers, and olive trees. So where are the trees with thousands of rings, say 2,000 rings or more, and the dating, mainstream dating of that tree, petrified wood, is 100 million or more? There aren't any, to the best of my knowledge. Could this lack of such evidence point to a youthful world? See my books that favor New Earth Now. And again, that's totalyouth.us. Mr. Clod puts young Earth creationism in quotes. Just search Professor of Creationism on Lycos, L-Y-C-O-S. That's the text-based search engine that has been around since the mid-1990s. And guess what? You get nothing. You get zip. Or you could try Professor of Intelligent Design. You get zip as well on Lycos. And yes, Virginia, there is... the interwebs missed it again, and there is really a professor of idea, and his name is Dr. Tom Woodward, and who taught at Trinity College of Florida. They actually named the town after the college. And Dr. Woodward, who is the president of the C.S. Lewis Society, taught the class called Darwinism and Intelligent Design, which was first offered in 2012, and you could go to their catalog, their course catalog, and get the description of the course. So the course tackles the scientific debate over creation, evolution, and intelligent design. And Dr. Woodward knows what he's talking about. He's written books on it. So meta.ai, that's M-E-T-A, in contrast, provides a fair answer to the question we started with, and even gives the references. So clap, clap for Meta. We're going to have a change in our strategy here, and we're going to have to say goodbye to the polar bears, goodbye to the penguins, goodbye to the butlers named Jeeves, and say hello to the llama. Let's hear it for the llama. Woohoo, woohoo, whoop, 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 whoop. So we're going to switch to the llama because they give a fair hearing for the Young Earth view. Now, if you search Young Earth, a good hashtag Young Earth right there, hashtag Young Earth. If you search for that on Rumble, you get some interesting videos, including mine, which happens to be last. And so I would recommend you following up with that. Search hashtag Young Earth on Rumble. And my video is called My Third Rock Ain't Old. So check that out. We appreciate you. Now, to learn more about what people think about this, what's my solution? Here's my suggestion. It would be great if someone could help put together and sponsor, and of course that involves this, following a national survey and with a simple question. How old is the Earth? 4,000, 6,000, 8,000, if I can count, 10,000, or 10,000 and more. Those are the options, and please contact me. At the top of my site there's a contact button, and we appreciate you. Just go to the totalyouth.us, and there's a contact button there, and hit it, and if you'd want to follow up on that. So I think that'd be a great survey to see what people really think, because there's all kinds of surveys and they don't give a lot of details. So that would be my best survey suggestion. Now, what is the question? What is the recent evidence that kind of favors Young Earth? Hey, I'm glad you asked. Now I'm going to give you the answer. A research paper published this year, that's 2024, by Hebert, Overman, and Sherwin. I've met Hebert, Overman knows me, and I had lunch with Sherwin once. Reveals that certain oysters in the fossil record seem to live much longer than their living counterparts. It is not uncommon for some oysters to live 7 years, yet some of their cousins in the ancient past may have lived 23 years. That's an old oyster. Who wants to get pearly with that? So oysters are bivalves, saltwater mollusks. The evidence fits well with the great ages of the patriarchs that we were just talking about, Genesis 5:11, with some living as long as nearly a millennium, like Methuselah. The Sumerian king list, which you may be familiar with, makes sense if you translate it from the base 60 system. You know, we have our watches, 60 minutes, 60 seconds, and 360 degrees around the circle. A lot of things come from them. And if we change it to our, God gave us 10 fingers, to our decimal way of thinking. And it comes out very, very similar to what we read in Genesis. So, I discuss human longevity in this book, Is a Young Earth Possible? And to connect it up, because some current people say, yeah, I'm over 150. So again, they don't, their verification is hard to catch, so the Guinness doesn't quite accept that. But there are people today that even claim that. So, what's another search that could be helpful? Well, what is today? What is today? What is today? That's right, everybody. Young Earth Day. Thank you. So, if you search that, hashtag Young Earth Day, on Swiss cows, moo everybody, and you get a number of helpful results. So just search hashtag Young Earth Day on Swiss cows, and you'll find some things that will help us out. So, please like and subscribe, and we want to leave you with this significant question. What is the latest or most recent scientific evidence for the Young Earth perspective? Thank you, and have a great day.